In honor of Human Voices Only Day, I asked Logan Castle if I could read a portion of Sacred Grounds. He agreed, and here we have it. 20 minutes later, Grace pushed through the door and immediately fumbled with the handle, nearly dropping her tote bag in the process. Nick looked up automatically. He almost didn't recognize her at first. Her dark brown hair was longer now, curled softly around her face in a way that made her look both older and exactly the same. She wore a cardigan, of course, with a tiny enamel pen. A fox reading a book. The words read, "Read 'em and weep," tucked under the cartoon tail. Her tote bag was stuffed awkwardly with papers and what looked suspiciously like a stuffed animal peeking out from under a folder. No makeup. Didn't need it. Her skin had the effortless glow of someone who forgot to be vain and somehow won anyway. Grace glanced up and spotted him. And the smile that broke across her face was so immediate, so awkwardly delighted that Nick felt like someone had just punched him lightly in the chest. "Nick Dawson," she blurted, stepping forward too fast, lightly bumping into a coat rack near the door. Nick caught the coat rack before it toppled, steadying it with one hand. "Still the most graceful person in Sequim, I see," he said, smirking. Grace flushed, laughing under her breath. Some things never change. They'd been in the same grade, floated through the same awkward assemblies and school projects, always aware of each other without ever exactly being close. "Are you staying busy these days?" Nick asked, brushing a hand through his hair. "Busy enough," Grace said, tucking a loose curl behind her ear. "Still working at the counseling center down the street. Mostly teens, mostly chaos." She shifted her tote higher on her shoulder. "You?" Nick shrugged, trying to stay out of trouble, mostly failing. She laughed, the sound a little too bright, a little too real. "You were always good at that." For a second, they just stood there, the old familiarity pulling tight between them. Not uncomfortable, but not easy either. "You still drink the dangerous stuff?" she asked, nodding toward the register. "If it still tastes like battery acid and regret, yeah." Grace pointed dramatically at him and called toward the counter. "One wrath of the lamb for the guy who still thinks burnt coffee is a personality trait." She hesitated. "Unless you want something milder. They've added flower teas now. Lavender blossom something." Nick made a face. "I'll risk the regret." She laughed again and dropped into the seat across from him like no time had passed at all. Well, there you have it, folks. This has been Sarah Holmes reading a portion of Sacred Grounds, The Bitter Cup by Logan Castle. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day.